Are y'all sure y'all want some more of that? I like that. I like that. Oh. Kirk Franklin. Thank you, Brother Kirk. Thank you, Brother Kirk. Mary, y'all going to have to come back a little later. Those of you, in case you didn't know what happened, Kirk said, whoa. We're talking about people that are smiling now. They didn't have a smile before. Mary, Tina, step aside. Tina, move. Take your sister with you. We got this. And they came up talking, singing, smile. And that's what's happening at Cross Point. People, they didn't have a smile when they came in, but, ooh, they got what, 1,500 that have graduated, or 15,000?
Over 15,000 have graduated and are living in neighborhoods throughout this community since 1963 when we opened our doors.
Okay. And today, you brought with you Mr. David Lopez, who is a graduate, and you just didn't graduate, but you kept going. Talk to us, Mr. Lopez.
Yes, sir, Ambassador. I came through Cross Point back in 1998 with, through the federal prison system. And as you were talking about earlier, we are looking for that hope. And, through prayer, I was led to come to San Antonio to come through a halfway house because it was just something God had gotten me to do. So when I showed up at their door, it was late at night. They picked me up there at the bus station, and as you were saying earlier, all I had was just a box with my Bible in there, a few belongings, and a couple of dollars in my pocket. And I was really, really praying that this was a place that God had sent me to. And sure enough, Cross Point has a structure set up to where they keep us in line, just as something that we need. And of course, they give us the opportunity to go out and look for work.
Okay. Now, and I keep thinking of scripture, because in the Word it says, we walk by faith and not by sight. When you walked into Cross Point, could you see where you are, that you would be where you are now, or were you believing to be where you are now, or you just walked on into it?
I think I know what you're asking. It was a step-by-step faith. While I was in prison, that's how I would wake up every morning. Didn't know what was going to happen that day, but I did know that what was going to happen was going to be God-led. And when I did step into that house, I believe it was the Augusta house back in '98, it was a new area in my life that I was praying that, yes, God knows what He's doing, and He's going to move me forward in whatever I do.
Okay, now I'm going to get up all in your Kool-Aid. Is that all right?
Okay, that's fine.
Get all up in your Kool-Aid. Now, were you single when you went through the program, or were you married?
I was single. I had been divorced back in '92. I had an older child, 2 children at that time, 2 boys and a stepdaughter. Levi was my oldest, and David DeWitt. They were living here in San Antonio, and that was one of the main reasons that God sent me down here to San Antonio for. I wanted to go to Dallas, go to Houston. That's where I had used to work before, and I knew I could make some good money out there. But God led me here because my kids were here. Okay. And He wanted them to see the new man that came out of prison.
Okay. Now, with you today is
my daughter, Kelly.
Okay.
Kelly and I go back, 15 years. About 15 years. Me and her mother got married back in 2000, and she's been a real inspiration to me. She's my oldest daughter right now.
Okay. I'm just amazed because you went in single, you've been married, but you graduated, but most of all, now you have a family.
Amen.
Okay. And you have a daughter that said, "Hey, Dad, I love you, man." I mean, hey, Hey, Dad, let's go there. And you know, and that encourages a father.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, it does.
Okay, what do you look at? What do you see for the future? Because we haven't talked about what you're doing right now, but what do you see in the future before we talk about what you're doing now?
The future, I'm really looking forward to my daughter stepping into the armed forces. She signed up a year ago. She's going to be going to the Air Force here in August, and we're really looking forward to seeing her just grow, you know, with them. And also my son, my 13-year-old Isaac, he's a real inspiration himself. And after they're grown and you know, going into their own lives, you know, that God has set up for them, my wife and I want to go down into the Latin American countries as missionaries and go minister to the different jails, prison systems throughout, you know, the Latin American countries.
In case you ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, you don't know what the brother's talking about. He's like, right now, God has blessed him so that he's just, you know, in cool water. Just as the Williams brothers are saying right now, cool water. And that's what he's living in, because God has wiped the tears from his eyes. What are you doing now? Since you've graduated, your position now, what are you doing?
Right now I'm a call center manager here in San Antonio. We sell newspapers throughout the United States. I probably have about 80 to 90 people employed there that probably about 55% of them at one time or another have been through the system. You know, our ex-inmates had trouble with the law, and it's second chance place. And I'm very, very humbled to be in that position, to be able to help others here in the community. Now come out of Cross Point.
Now I'm just asking, do they get paid?
Yes, they do.
Uh-oh.
Yes, they do.
San Antonio alert. San Antonio alert. Here she is. Last week we had Sister Ivy Taylor in there talking about where you can go. And right now, can someone come what type of people
anybody can come out there. We're equal opportunity.
Equal opportunity.
You just show up and ask for me, David Lopez, and I'll be more than glad to take the interview myself. Okay. And we'll go from there.
Okay. What are the age limits?
18 years and up. 18 years and up. If you have the gift for gab, as they say, if you have the heart to sell, just think about reading to your children. If you're one of those that just magnifies that story, that little stories you just read to them, those are the kind of people we need.
Okay. Okay. Now, the connection with Cross Point in this, do you still have a connection with Cross Point?
Yes, I do. I've been blessed to be voted in as one of the board of directors there.
Okay.
And it's a very, very humbling experience to be there in that position. It says a lot to the community and for the organization also. They're very diverse in looking for, you know, different minds out there, different ways, ideas to come into Cross Point itself. And Dr. Downey has done a great job of keeping us all together out there and, you know, making the right choices, picking the right people for this organization to keep it growing.
Okay. Mr. Downey, what's about to happen with Cross Point?
Well, in our 51st year, we are going to continue, I hope, on the trajectory that we've been on over the last 50 years, where we continue looking around this community for those individuals, our marginalized citizens, for whom there are no advocates, for whom there are so few resources, and then focus on those people. We have a mission that we stick to, but if we see another population out there, it's just like those women at the Recovery Support Home, we will adjust our services to address their needs. And I think having Mr. Lopez here step up as a board member on our 51st year, right during our anniversary, he was announced as a board member, I think tells the story. David is the perfect model of what can happen. 15 years ago, David was a client of Crosspoint, and today, well, David's my boss. He's on the board of directors. So I think that shows that this is a model that can work for the good of the community, and we're just going to continue seeking out opportunities to help our citizens.
Okay. A business, a service that's here for the community. We're making a change right here in the city of San Antonio. And what's so good about it? You're not on the north side. You're right on the east side of San Antonio.
True.
And, you know, and the thing about it is that there's support. There's a support, and that's what I'm hearing today, a support system that is set up for our community. Mr. Lopez, a number that one can reach you at.
That's 210-587-2222, and just ask for David Lopez.
Okay. Is there a website or?
Not at this point. Actually, there is. It's www.metronews.com.
Okay. Mr. Downing, is there any last words?
Well, I do want to thank you for having us here. I think getting the word out in a bigger way is important to all of us. I think that too often services like this are not recognized, and they cannot be appreciated if people don't know that they're happening right around us. And the fact that we have so many of our graduates living here, I appreciate the fact that we have this opportunity to raise our profile a little bit with your listeners.
Now, for those that are about to, if it be a husband or if it be a wife or a child that is about to get out of prison, and if they want them to come to your home, how can that happen?
This will happen through the institutional system. The people sent to us are not selected by us. They are selected by the referral source, which in the case of most of our folks is the Federal Bureau of Prisons.
So is it safe for the parent or the husband or wife to call the bureau system?
And also that the person who is being released can certainly talk to the case manager there and say that they feel that they're going to need help, be it with housing, support system, or employment, and get them sent to us.
Okay. Once again, we'd like to thank you. We'd like to thank both of you for coming and being with us. San Antonio Global listeners, again, we've been talking to the two millionaires who are walking like millionaires, looking like millionaires, stepping out like millionaires, and doing what millionaires should do, helping in their community. Well, basically what they're saying is that when you come into their system, you're saying, hello, fear, and you can face fear, and a life can be changed. Brother Kirk, you done sent Mary home, so will you and your groups please step back up and sing, that song, that hello, fear. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, here's Kirk Franklin.